Hey there, this is Mark from the Motor Guys, and guess what? Today we're riding the 2024 Transalp 750 from Honda. Let's go! Oh, the Transalp. I have history with the Transalp. It's one of the bikes I used to read about that I used to like a lot. Since 1986, the Transalp has existed at a 600, then a 750. It's just been one of those bikes that was a Euro-only bike. And I've been wanting this bike to come over here for ages. And Mr. Honda said, no, Europe only. So here it is for 2024 in Canada. Finally have access to the bike. And the guys from Honda let us have a sneak peek at it and let us borrow it for a little bit of time to get us to review it for you. And this is where we're at. This is now a 750cc parallel twin that's going to pump out about 90 horsepower, and it has a beautiful soundtrack because it's a 270 degree crankshaft, so it's got the staccato, really nice engine rumble down low and at higher RPM. Very nice, nice power plant that it shares with the Honda 750 Hornet out in Europe. We used to have the Hornet here in Canada. Back then it was a 900cc 4-cylinder. There's the parallel twin craze in almost all manufacturers. That it's a nice way to package an engine, you know. So yeah, they do it for space, so it makes more available space to work with frames and stuff like that. So yeah, I understand. And this one will rev up to 9,500 RPM. The transmission is a cable actuated clutch with a speed shifter, a quick shifter, up and down. I don't mind it. It works. It's good. You know, it's Honda. You can't really fall down for that. This one has all the modes: standard, rain, gravel, and a configurable user mode, so you can work around with traction control and ABS and all this stuff. And there's a sport mode, but let's go to standard. Okay. Off-road, this is where the gene pool got a little bit thin on the off-road side. It's not really an off-road bike. It can handle adventure duty. It's like it's like the Africa Twin shrunk down, dumbed down a little bit. The Africa Twin is one of the best Japanese adventure bikes that I've seen up to now, that I've sampled. And this one, it has more street treads than anything else. It's wearing typical Dunlop, I think a Trail Max rubber. It's good on asphalt. It's good on this type of hard packed road. It does the job. Not noisy at all in this configuration. The suspension, it's basic stuff, non-adjustable. Only preload can be adjustable in the suspension. And this is where you can feel it in its trim. It's more of a streetable, dirt capable. Let's say just capable, dirt capable adventure bike. Suspension is a little bit harsh on this type of terrain. but it does the job. I can't, you know, I can be difficult if I want and say, well, it's got, you know, it just does the job intended. I don't mind it. Comfort is very good. The seat is a little bit on the harder side, and for long hauls it's going to be great. This is a great two-seat tourer, absolutely awesome two-seat touring rig. It's got the same frame as the Honda Hornet that's in Europe, but it's been beefed up quite a bit, especially to carry extra gear and stuff like that, and the passenger. And the frame is very sorted out. It's an extremely stable rig, and it's got low and grunt. Like, I'm in 6th gear in this little steep hill, and it pulls with authority. That's what I like about parallel twins. They lose steam up top, but when, you know, you're never up top anymore. You just, with the power you got, like 90 horsepower, because this thing is more powerful than the Suzuki V-Strom 800 that I love. I love the V-Strom, and like almost 20 horsepower more than one of my favorite rides, which is the Yamaha T7 Tenere 700, which is a great bike. But this has the Honda, how can I say it, it's sophisticated but simple, no nonsense. You know, I like the way the bike goes around. And if we're talking about wind protection, that front windshield is very good to stop buffeting. Buffeting does not have buffeting, and you know, a lot of wind pressure is taken off my chest, and I can feel it coming a little bit right in my visor of my helmet, which is fine. That's the way it's supposed to be. No buffeting. I got wind pressure, but no buffeting, and that's the way I like it. Oh yeah. So for about $13,500, which is the same price, in the same price range as the Tenere and the Suzuki V-Strom, same price range also as the Ibex 800 from CF Moto, we're all in the same category, within about $1,000. They're starting, the category is starting to feel a little bit cramped. There's a lot of players now. There's a lot of choice. You know, I was talking about positive. Now in the negatives, I got to talk about this bike. There's no handguards. There's absolutely no bottom protection, and that's something that everybody points out in the adventure forums or groups, is that the engine and catalytic converter under the engine is very mounted very low, which is a little bit of a deception. So you'll need the aftermarket parts or the OEM. Honda has a range of OEM products for protection for this, but I would have appreciated a little bit of hand protection and maybe a basic engine, you know, engine bash plate, entry-level bash plate for this machine. It's something that I think requires attention. But hey, go to the aftermarket or wherever you want to purchase. Honda's got a nice line of accessories for it, bash plates and crash bars and all this stuff. So you should take a look at that. For the rest, I don't know. It's a great street bike, and with a little bit of adventure bike off-road creds, but very sweet bike to ride. Very stable, good ergonomics. The menu is not as complicated as not the Tenere, but as the Africa Twin, which I quite enjoy because it's still the same, in the same ballpark. It's a little bit simpler on the menus, especially to change the modes and stuff. It's not half bad. Great touring bike. Yeah. For around $13,500, you have an awesome little package, and with extreme reliability from a Honda. Honda rhymes with reliability, especially in motorcycles and power sports. Their stuff is like legendary. I really like this machine. A little bit of aftermarket, and it's gonna be perfect. I wish it had tubeless tires though, but some people like it, some people don't. So all in all, it lost a bit of its original DNA, but at the same time it gained a whole lot of street creds, touring creds. Nice job, Honda. Nice job. Yeah. And they're here now, so you can find them in showrooms in Canada, all over Canada. I was told that they're going fast, so grab them while they're hot. This one gets a thumbs up as a passing grade. So please give us a thumbs up if you like what we do, and this is very much appreciated. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and at the same time go see our buddies from Cycle Canada magazine, Cycle Canada web, one of the last vestige of the original magazines that were in Canada, and now they're full digital, full green, so they don't waste any paper, and it's really cheap to get your subscription and delivered electronically to you every month. So I'm Mark, behind me is my camera guy Jason, and we are the Motor Guys, and thanks for being with us today. Bye.